It's Hammerette time, but you already know that because of the title of the video. We've got 3 Hammerettes for you today, and there's 3 faces you may recognise. First up, we start with Holly, who's done presenting work for West Ham United before, and she's appeared in a couple of Hammers Chat videos in the past. Then next up, we've got Katie, who's got her own YouTube channel, which goes by the name of Flump TV. Make sure you check it out. The link is in the description below, so go subscribe if you haven't already. And then we're finishing up with Lena Starr, who has been in other videos elsewhere. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're a female West Ham fan, you want to get involved, you can get in touch with us on Twitter at hammers_chat or by emailing us hammerschat@gmail.com. All the information is in the description below. Now, the girls are generally talking about the transfer window as it's just gone shut. One's a bit gutted, one's disappointed, one's quite happy with what we did and reminds us about one signing which should not be ignored. Enjoy the video and leave your comments below for the girls to see, and they'll be replying to you as they have in previous videos. See you in a bit.
So now the transfer window has closed, I'm going to come out and say it. I'm absolutely gutted that we didn't manage to sign Gomez in the end. Having heard bits and pieces about him being a good player, had to look more into him, watched a billion YouTube videos and decided that he's the kind of player that we do need to take us forward at West Ham. Obviously this hasn't come off, and whether we do or don't swoop again in the summer, it's a shame that we didn't manage to get it sealed. It would have been a deal that was beneficial both for Celtic Figure and for ourselves. It means that we would have secured someone for summer. They would have kept their striker so that they hopefully avoided relegation. Kind of a win-win situation. So it's a shame that we didn't manage to get him, because even if we do swoop in summer, you never know what's going to happen, which other clubs will show an interest. So yeah, disappointing. However, I'm really happy with the signing of Nasri. I think he's going to be creative. From what I've seen so far, he looks great. I think he'll be a really good addition to the team. I'm also hoping that now the transfer window's closed, business is done, everyone can just get their heads down and work hard, regardless of morale, what's gone on with the Arnie situation, all of that stuff. The players, I'm hoping, will be professional enough just to get their heads down, work hard for the rest of the season. We've done really well under Pellegrini. I don't see a reason why it should slip now. So yeah, fingers crossed we can just power through and really prove that we do mean business in the Premier League, because it's so close around the middle of the league now, so we do need to work hard and just get our heads down. Moving on to the Liverpool game. It's going to be an interesting one, because obviously Liverpool are going to be giving their all. This is their chance to distance themselves from City and Spurs, who are now hot on their heels. If they don't, they're in trouble, so I'd be very surprised if they don't come out and give their all, which is exactly why we need to go there and do exactly the same. We've proven that we can do it against the big teams. I believe we can do it again. So hopefully 2019 we're going to literally come back, really strong start, and prove that we mean business and show that we're here for the long run. So come on, you Irons.
So the January transfer window is now closed, and it's another disappointing one, isn't it, really? I'm in two minds. Part of me is disappointed that we didn't make any signings. The other part of me is quite relieved we haven't made any crazy signings, you know, like Hugo or Emenike. Yeah, no one that you're going to go, why the hell did we buy him? Sorry, I lied, we did make one signing, one youth team player, and obviously Nasri, but yeah, deadline day, nothing happened. I think we desperately needed signings. You know, if we want to be finishing the season strongly, I think we needed signings. We definitely needed centre-back. We are relying on Ogbonna, and there's no relying involved in that. It's just accepting that he's going to mess up. And Diop. And I think we're going to be really lucky if we manage, you know, it only takes one of them to be injured, and then what are we going to do? Yes, we've got Rice there, and he'd be fantastic, but then we lose him in midfield and we're relying on Obiang and Noble, and I just think it's too thin, the squad's too thin, and we needed to make some signings. I think we needed to make a signing for a striker. No, that sounds crazy when you've got a few of them, but they either don't want to be or are not good enough. I think we needed somebody in midfield. I honestly thought we might make a few loan signings. That was the rumour, and I thought that's probably the best option, but instead, no one. Now, the reason I'm not too disappointed by it is because I almost feel like our season ended when we lost to Wimbledon in the Cup. And I know some of you probably think that's a bit extreme, but for me, you know, we'd almost guaranteed safety. The FA Cup was a priority. Once we'd lost that, and then we lost 3-0 to Wolves in the league, I feel like our season's kind of just, we're just sort of given up. And I know that's the wrong attitude, because we want to go as high as we can, and we need to finish the season as strongly as we possibly can and get the highest league position. But with the injuries and making absolutely no signings, permanent or loan, I kind of feel like we're just accepting that our season is what it is, mid-table, that's that. I feel like the Arnie situation probably distracted us all a little bit. And Darren Bent said on Sky Sports on deadline day that he thought that West Ham had had one of the best transfer windows because we managed to keep hold of him. Crazy. Disappointing is the word I'd say. It's the word I'd probably use for West Ham's season. That might be a little bit over the top, but that's how I feel.
Hi everybody, my name is Lena Starr. I am a porn star as well as a huge West Ham supporter, obviously. So I just wanted to give a little bit of my own opinion on what is happening currently in the season. So a lot of people have had a lot of opinions about the transfer window, and obviously the January window for transfers just closed. And the question everybody's been talking about is, did West Ham improve? And everybody's been saying that there were no transfers done, but I think everybody's forgetting that we just got Nasri, and that's a huge improvement for us. So, and a lot of people aren't realizing that he makes our team a lot better. So it's a huge thing to get Nasri signed to West Ham. So that's the first thing I wanted to address. So all these people are saying that we didn't sign anybody during the transfer window. We did. You're just forgetting that we got Nasri. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that we improved Declan Rice's and Arnie's wages. Declan really deserves it. I mean, I'm a huge supporter of his personally, as well as, the team as a whole. So that's a really big improvement. I think he really needs the incentive to stay on the team because he's an amazing player. But I guess everybody's been trying to say, what else could the board have done more for the team as a whole? I mean, why? We aren't getting a cup and we aren't going to Europe, but also we aren't going down. So I think that overall the team needs time to really mesh together because not only did we just sign Nasri, but also all the other players who we just got on, like they're just finally starting to play together really smoothly as a team. And like obviously because I'm from Poland, I'm a huge fan of Fabianski. So I mean, him alone is like, he's been playing very well, obviously, but I mean, unfortunately, because of his injury the other day, I hope he's doing okay. But the team as a whole has to play cohesively, as well as independently. And so now that they're getting their groove back, it's like, I think that we're getting in a good place. But I think people are just overly judgmental of West Ham and they don't really see how well we are doing. So another thing to mention is that the January window is the worst time to buy. So you have to overpay everybody and offer ridiculous wages. And this is West Ham. We're not like certain other teams who pay up the butt and then also have like a bajillion people who they loan out throughout the year, to be able to make a bunch of money and have ridiculous amount of extra money to pay players. So we're not one of those teams. We're like definitely a family. So West Ham is very different. Yeah, our board didn't have $1 million in the summer, so we need to sign people now. And we don't need new players right now, especially with all the injuries that we have going on. We need, Lanzini to get better. We need, obviously, now that Arnie just got injured, we need him to get better, especially since we just raised his wages and everything. We just need to make sure all our players who, I don't know why we have such a bad stroke of luck with all the injuries on our team, but we need to focus on that. Like, don't focus on just getting new players. Love our players, love our team, love our family. Make sure that they're doing well. And then we can be the best team that we could possibly be. I mean, is everybody forgetting how well we were doing? Streak of games that we just had. I feel like you all forget so quickly that we were doing so well and how awesome West Ham is. So just, stay positive. I'm not going to lift my foot up, but that's what's tattooed on my foot. Stay positive. Believe in West Ham. Greatest supporters ever, and also just a fabulous new coach. I love Pellegrini, and we are going to fucking kill it. Look me up online if you would like to. Lena Starr everywhere. That's LenaStarr. Love you.